He thought he had it all. A job that paid well, friends who laughed at his jokes, a future that seemed bright. But life doesn't always ask for permission before it takes. It just takes. One moment he was on top of everything, confident, comfortable, certain. Then, one by one, the pieces started to fall apart. First came the job loss, unexpected, cruel, and humiliating. The title he clung to vanished overnight. Then came the relationships. People he thought would always be there disappeared. Not in death, but in silence, in distance, in indifference. And then came the silence. The kind of silence that follows when the world stops knocking. The kind of silence that makes you question your worth. He sat alone, jobless, broke, ashamed. He looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the man staring back. He asked himself the questions we all fear. Who am I without my achievements? Do I even matter if I've lost everything I built? But sometimes it's in losing everything that we find something far more important, something permanent, something unshakable. For him, that something was Stoicism. It didn't arrive in the form of a miracle. It wasn't a loud revelation. It was quiet. A quote stumbled upon online. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. He paused, read it again and again, because something in those words felt real. For the first time in weeks, he didn't feel like a victim. He felt like someone who could choose. That was the beginning. He went deeper. He discovered Epictetus, the former slave who taught that freedom comes not from what happens to us, but from how we respond. He read Seneca, who reminded him that adversity isn't a curse, it's a teacher. And slowly, day by day, the fog began to lift. He started with what he had control over, his mind, his habits, his attitude. He woke up each morning and wrote his thoughts, not for anyone else, but to understand himself. He stopped complaining about what he lost and started focusing on what he could still become. He reminded himself, like the Stoics did, that everything external is borrowed and that true wealth lies in one's character. He embraced discomfort. He stopped waiting to be motivated. He started showing up, cold mornings, silent nights, and everything in between. He found strength in doing the hard things with no one watching. He stopped chasing the approval of others and started earning the approval of the man in the mirror. Did his problems vanish overnight? Number, but his perspective changed. He stopped asking, "Why me?" and started asking, "What can I learn from this?" That shift changed everything. He no longer feared failure because he had survived the worst already. He no longer feared being alone because solitude had made him stronger. He no longer needed to prove anything because he had found peace in just being. He walked differently now, not with arrogance but with presence. He spoke less but said more. He wasn't impressed by riches or titles anymore. He was impressed by discipline, resilience, and peace of mind. And here's the thing. You don't need to lose everything to discover what he did. But if you have lost something, your job, your relationship, your purpose, know this. You're not broken. You're being refined. Life isn't punishing you. It's preparing you to rise not as the person you were, but as the person you were meant to become. Stoicism isn't about pretending things don't hurt. It's about choosing not to be destroyed by them. It's about using pain as fuel, loss as guidance, silence as strength. It's about standing tall, not because life is easy, but because you refuse to kneel to it. So if you're in the dark right now, remember his story. He didn't find Stoicism when everything was going well. He found it when life had taken everything from him. And in that emptiness, he found a new foundation, a deeper kind of strength, the kind that can't be taken away because it's not built on money or success or praise. It's built on virtue, on discipline, on inner peace. He lost everything. But in Stoicism, he found himself. And maybe you will too.